4 out of every 5 students out there are math phobic. 5 out of every 6 students in the government schools of Telangana have a problem understanding basic math. I, with Exploring Infinities, have brought forth Project Infinity in the government schools in building the arithmetic literacy and making people understand how numbers function. We see this as a groundbreaking project because this is not only going to make them more aware of mathematics but also make them think beyond. The entire project surrounds around building 8 cognitive parameters, which include computation, working memory, brain rhythm, sensory precision, long-term memory, perception of time, visualization, and reflex. Exploring Infinities is going out to these schools, 60 government schools, in the next 1.5 months, and is going to have hands-on activities which are being implemented there in making kids understand and look within themselves and become quicker solvers and better visualizers by the end of the program. We see that this is something which can change the way people and kids go about their entire career later on, and let's hope that we can create a more arithmetically literate generation in the government schools out there. Exploring Infinities has employed multiple trainers who have been trained on implementing these modules in government schools, and there's a lot of assessment which is going into this in making the curriculum much more better, making the curriculum more adaptive, more creative, and something which can teach every government school out there to be better in basic arithmetic and also be better in understanding math and be better in visualizing and understanding the brain's infinite capabilities. So that's what we are trying to do here, and let's see how this goes. That's not needed, but yeah, until there. Have you ever wondered how it is when you solve questions quickly? Have you ever wondered how it is to be quick at thought? I'm sure there's a lot of misunderstanding around and some myths around the concept of speed solving and speed thinking. They're two different things. So this video, it's more or less going to concentrate on drawing the differences out from what speed thinking is and what speed solving is. Speed thinking is being able to think quickly. Regardless of what you're thinking, it's being able to think quickly, being able to have certain number of thoughts per second and increasing that. Speed solving is about adapting new mechanisms and methodologies to tackle a question and get an answer quickly. So for speed thinking, the objective is to think quickly. For speed solving, the objective is to solve quickly, and it's quite trivial that way. So although this concept sounds quite trivial and something which is self-explanatory, every time someone talks about the brain and being able to do things quickly, this is a sort of misunderstanding we have. Employing other methods and tricks and methods and shortcuts to solve a mathematical question, to solve a question in math, to solve a problem, these don't necessarily make you a quick thinker. What makes you a quick thinker is to heads-on hit the same question but be more present there, and this is done by improving the cognitive abilities and the parameters which we have determined, which includes being able to partition thought, being able to parallel think, all of them which will be explained later on, being able to work on the working memory, a lot of other things. So a quick example, speed thinking is about being quick in a race, running a 100-meter race and using the entire physical strength to go that long. The objective here is to run quickly. On the other side, speed solving is about going the same 100-meter distance, but this time probably in a car, probably using a bike, because there the objective is to not run quickly but is to reach that goal. Both of them are different and have their own beauties around. And what we'll have to understand is that speed thinking makes you a quick thinker, speed solving makes you a quick solver. Both of them which are needed at certain times. At Exploring Infinities, we believe that these two are things which have to be built independently and should not be confused with each other. So, what do you want to be? A speed thinker or a speed solver, or both? We all perceive time intervals differently in different scenarios. That's a claim which I have made. But let's do that right now. I would want you to count down from 10 with me. Let's do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That was 10 seconds. 10 seconds was that big, was that huge a time interval. And I'm sure every one of you who saw the video right now felt that the 10 seconds was elongated, the 10 seconds was longer. That's because of the fact that we were keeping track of time. When we keep track of time, the time slows down. What I mean when I say that time slows down is that the way you perceive time is slower. Can we use this as a mechanism to have the counting of time always on the back of our mind, so that we can perceive every time interval which we can ever go through in a much slower way, thus giving us more time mentally to actually work on a problem? Can this make us quick thinkers? So understanding that this is a phenomenon is the step one. The step two is how are we going to harness this understanding? What are we going to learn from this and take it from there? The fundamentals of understanding how we perceive time build the foundations of what we are going to talk about. Parallel thinking. Being able to parallel think, being able to partition thought is one of the most interesting and the most unorthodox way of looking at a problem which we all face, everyone, including kids, including people who are preparing for examinations, people who are corporate employees, people who are doing any set of tasks. What do I mean by parallel thinking? Parallel thinking is a way of thinking where you have and handle two thoughts at the same time, independent of each other, not letting one get on the other. So, before we talk about what parallel thinking is, let's do a quick exercise. I want all of you to visualize a car on the left side of an image and a bike on the right side of your mental image. I'm sure you could do that. Let's look back and forth from the car to the bike, from the car to the bike. It's not that hard, is it? Now let's change this a bit. I'd want you to keep the car right there on the left of your mental image and imagine the color red on the right. Not a bike anymore, but the color red. Let's go from the car to the color red and back to the car and to the color red. Let's keep doing this once, twice. I pose a question right at you. What color is your car? It is, for sure, red in color. And this is because of the fact that our brain tries to associate things in our mental images, try associating things with each other and trying to make sense of it. And this is the reason why our thoughts collapse on each other. So, parallel thinking is being able to do whatever I've done, whatever I've said, in a way where you do not have linking of things between. There's a strong boundary right in between where one thing goes to the right and one thing goes to the left, or the up or the down, if you're looking at physical spaces, say. I have started experimenting on myself after becoming the fastest human calculator in the world, to start doing calculations while I did another activity, while I heard to music, while I talked to another person, while I did something else. And that's when I realized that there are a lot of things which have been thought of to be impossible, which are possible right here, and some things which are still limitations to this particular thing. I would want to stop this video right here and make you think and ponder over this and give it some time where you consciously look at 2-3 thoughts which you have right and then, and see if you can draw a line in between them and handle them independently.